more, no faces, just head. I just want.
I feel like I'm being assessed. A bit of pressure here. Oh, is that to what?
Yeah.
There's no in between. Either it goes too hot or it goes too cold.
Yeah.
Put this second one on. I'm cold again. Too hot, too hot. I once went to an hairdresser's and the sinks had packed in all the hot water.
Yeah.
And they were having to fill up from kettle and put it in a bucket and clean it in a bucket. Yeah, but they'd done it like they did this at this salon because the sinks had packed in. Trying to shelter your ears and then I'm going it all down your neck.
Just the water make me ticklish. Sorry.
Is that what?
No, the water make me ticklish.
Oh, sorry. I'll put it under your neck. Conditioner.
The orange one.
Which one?
You know the penetrating one?
Do you want penetrating one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to put it on roots, I'm just putting on mid-length. I never put conditioner on my roots. Alright, I'm cold again.
Yeah, it says nothing.
Alright, that's it, Tessa.
Yeah.
masking to take it all off. I'll just get another towel. I'll just knock it aside. Basically, all this round here coming forward.
Forward,
So that'd be your next cut, and it's called a forward graduation. Even though that's section, you know, pulled round and cut in. But she wants a bit off the length, so we'll do the length first. And then after that, when your dolls, they'll be going to a bob. Right. So we've got to do this cut first. Well, it's still a bit long. But she's going to have a bit off the back, so we'll do that. Girls, are you doing something? Because we're just like going through something here and it's a bit loud. Got a clip.
Give her a clip.
How much do you want off that? How much do you want off?
Sorry?
How much do you want off the length?
Like this.
About an inch?
No. The end.
Well, an inch is that. Do you want a bit more off?
Yeah.
Yeah, about an inch now. Everyone's inches are different.
It's not clear here.
It's not very good, is it?
Yeah. When
Very
you
weird.
do the straight cut, is it necessary to bend the head a little bit down, or because I see some hairdressers just like they keep the head straight? And
I always put it down a bit for the
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
I mean, you all know this anyway now, what I'm going to be doing. But... So about that, I'd say that's about an inch now.
Yeah.
Bit more. Right, so that's the first section, and I always just pull it down a bit.
Hope these up videos don't get uploaded anywhere.
You're still doing the straight cut, yeah?
Yeah, we're just doing a one length. And then we're going to do the front bit. Which just knocks a bit off the back. It's warmest it's ever been in here today, isn't it? I've actually got bare arms for the first time.
I've not even brought a coat today.
Missing all that nice sunshine outside.
Yeah.
Right, because she's got some layers in the top,
Yeah.
it's obviously not going to come over the length on that bit. It is round here, but not on the back. You see, she's got layers, so you know what, you can see a bit that needs to come off. Just on that side bit.
You like it just like slow.
Alright, so we're going to do that forward. And like we did with yours, Zara, you know, earlier, you can always double check the cut once it's dried. But you will always find a little bit that you've not pulled to the right bit or needs a bit more off. So with this, it's called a forward graduation, so we're just, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't like mine's a bit layered round, and I don't really like mine like this because it's a bit wispy, but you know if you want it a bit layered round the face. Hazard's got lots of thick hair, so it's not going to look wispy on Hazard. But you've always got to ask, you know, like where do they want it really short round the face? Do they want just some like long layers round the front? You know, don't just go into it and cut it all off around there, 'cause it's not going to look right. She has obviously got a fringe that's... Are you growing that down?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we obviously won't be cutting that because she wants to grow that in. But it's going to be a bit disconnected from that. So all you're doing is pulling that round. And remember, this point is going to be this bit. So that's going to be like your longest bit, what folds around there. So we don't want to cut all that off because it means you're cutting all the side bit off. So you're just sort of pulling that round. You see your guide, so I've just cut that other bit so you've got a guide there, so you know what needs to come off. Can you see as you're going up there? So you don't want to go in and cut loads, well, it depends on what your client wants. But you don't want to be going in there and just cutting like, you know, 3 inches off. So it's quite straightforward really, it's quite a basic cut, but you're obviously just putting them layers into the face, round long hair. So you're just pulling all that forward. Right, and because that's a bit shorter and growing in, I suppose you can still blend it through a bit. I'll just pull that through.
Yeah, I don't mind if you take off.
Yeah, a bit more.
Yeah.
Thing is, where has ours, because she's got curly hair, it's going to jump up anyway. You're not. It won't lay like mine where you can see it. Because she's got really curly hair. Unless she like blow dries it and straightens it straight. It's still going to look layered round her face, but. But always make sure you're sort of pulling your fingers round, you know what I mean? And then you're pulling that length round and you're not cutting that side bit too short. Now you're still going to have to pull that forward and blend some of that through. I think you've already done this cut on your doll, haven't you? Yeah, I probably won't do yours any shorter.
No.
It's quite it's quite layered on the front yours, isn't it? Alright, so it's just took it sort of a bit layered round there, but not too much. Sort of blended through with the back a bit, with a bit off the length. But obviously because she's growing this fringe, do you want me to just sort of blend that through a bit?
Yeah, yeah, I don't mind if you take off that one.
Like some bangs. Soften that off. everyone else's groups, don't they, in here now? Did you have a fringe at first, Hazar? Or have you cut that in or grown it out? Can't remember.
No, from the beginning I have it.
So
But
you just
maybe
have
I
a
make
you
it
just have a
short,
longer
yeah.
fringe.
Yes.
I didn't know if you'd got a fringe and you were growing it out. Do you know what I mean?
How are we gonna check like if this side, like the same this
Well, I
side?
will in a minute. Because obviously you do have to keep checking.
Yeah.
But well, when I've done my next section. So can you see what, obviously with Hazard's hairs it's curly, but can you see the guideline I'm cutting at? It's not going to lay flat in my hand, but can you see? Because it curls around Hazard's. You alright? Yeah. Alright, you're all quiet. I didn't know how many were here. But again, this is the style I would dry off and then come back to check that front. Do you know what I mean? You'll find it quite easy on your dolls. 'Cause it's got straight hair. Do you want to practice it this afternoon on your dolls, or? I think what I'd do with that now is blow dry it straight, straighten it, and then you've got that straight edge, you know, so you can check it, especially on like Hazard's sort of hair because it's curly. Unless you're just going to wear it curly all the time, or do you sometimes straighten it?
I don't mind.
I mean, would you?
So I'm always.
would you straighten it, or would
Yeah.
you wear it curly?
But I'm always like make them curl from the front.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't
But
like
you'd,
them really.
you'd never
straight,
wear it bang straight.
No, I don't like.
But I might. Can I?
Even if I like blow the.
Yeah, I think just to check
blow
the
dry
cut.
like straight,
I'd
so
like
they
to-
will curl after a while.
I think just for me checking the cut,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do it. But let me just check.
Oh, it's letting me do it finally. It's letting me open it.
Is it like you open it?
Yeah, after I've logged. I did change my password.
Did you take some pictures, or do I need to email it you? Just, you know, there's exam questions for tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, because I can't upload it onto
Yeah.
Teams.
I'll just take a picture.
I'll just send it you on
Yeah,
email.
okay, yeah.
Sarah's managed to open it on email. I don't know why it's not letting me upload to Teams now.
So these are questions that are in the text. Or similar.
Yeah, it's. I think it's going to be mainly about the legislations. If you want to read up on that. But it should be in the pivot point.
Yeah. And there is a plenty of quizzes.
Yeah.
I worked through them.
I think that's just why Emma's done a little thing, you know, like it's actually called exam questions. I mean, I don't know how she knows, because apparently we don't get to find out what is on there, but she's obviously got a way of knowing. So there's one for them all, actually, you know, like just little questions to revise. What they're most likely to ask, if that makes sense. It's not a speaking one, by the way, when I say that. It's like, it's on a laptop and it will be drop down answers. So I just... So it's a cut that you're going to have to keep checking, all right?
Yeah.
Because obviously you've got to get it around the face. Or around the front, should I say. Does that feel all right?
Yeah.
Do you want it straightening off, or
Sorry.
do you want it straightening off? Or you don't wear it bang straight?